No. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. What does a
Is
number
this the
mean,
future, Brent?
anyways, Arthur? What does a number mean? It's just a made up
I
thing.
mean, would a rose by any other name something Shakespeare?
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yes, the thing is, when people talk about, well, January 31st is January 1st, sorry, December 31st, January 1st, it's a night like any other day or night like any other night. And we've just kind of put a lot of meaning on it, which is true. We got belief systems going. And at the same time, at least in our area of the world, it's significant. When you wake up in the morning, it's less dark. So it is, we might not see it quite day to day, but it is a transitionary period in my mind. But hi.
Yeah, I mean it's almost summertime.
Dude, okay.
Was that a stretch?
That was a stretch. Um, well, it's summertime somewhere, right? Um, okay, we're back.
I
Hi, everybody who's out there or not out there. Um,
Restream says we have 2 viewers.
oh, that's awesome. Hi, two viewers. Welcome. It's good to see you. Happy New Year's.
Blackmore Media says, "Hey, Happy New Year's."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
What's up, David?
Just yeah, that's David. That's our wonderful David. Just because I feel like I do need some tradition because I am feeling uh, unsettled. I actually almost canceled today, Arthur. Just like I canceled last week. I was like, oh, I don't know if I feel this. And then I was just like, you know what? I enjoy this so much. I enjoy connecting. I enjoy doing this stuff with you, Arthur. I was like, I think I'm just going to do this.
Do it for David.
Yes, absolutely. Just for you, David. Um, and
And
so I'm
Mr. Richard Godet. Happy New Year's,
Mr.
guys.
Richard Godet. Gouder, not
Gouder. That's
Godet.
what I said.
I learned that last year. That was one of the things I learned last year. I don't know if I learned anything else, but I learned that Godet is not Godet, it's Gouder. So you're awesome, Gouder. Listen, I have a joke for you. It's not one of my own. I'm not capable of writing my own at the moment. It seems that's what's going on, and I overheard it on, I don't know, YouTube somewhere, and I thought this deserves a little bit more visibility to the world. So, or visibility to you, Arthur. So, did you know that there's an actual National Whipped Cream Day?
I was unaware of this.
There's a national every day of everything. We should just make up our own. We have to make up our own.
It's National Kobayashi Day.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, National Kobayashi. Yeah, there you go. So that's today. I made it up right now. It's official. See if we can get some press to talk about it. So, anyways, National Whipped Cream Day was 2 Wednesdays ago.
Was that Christmas?
No,
I'm trying to
no, it
do
wasn't
math.
Christmas, which I think was actually a mistake because it's supposed to be on a Sunday. That's it.
That was a zinger. That was a zinger.
That's the show. I didn't make that one up. I should have. I'm just not feeling it right now, man.
Just straight up
I'm
Johnny
starting
Carson.
to feel it a little bit more. Oh, Patricia. Hey, we've got the gang. Okay. One more before we get going. This one's actually total inside joke with this group right here. Richard, this actually went down on Facebook like a year ago. So Richard was like, he was talking about these. Richard Gouder was talking about, I've got a wonderful group of friends, and he's just saying something really nice from the inside out. And says makes his life richer. To which I replied, "Thank you, Richard. You make my life richerder." That's it. That's all you're getting. Nothing more than that. I'm letting the world know that I told that joke.
It's out there.
Yep.
You've tuned in to COVID Marketing with Brent Kobayashi and Arthur Tutt, the show to support small business not just to survive, but to thrive.
All right, we are back! Live with COVID Marketing, episode number 127. This is the show that supports small businesses to keep going. All right, Tuesdays at 11:11 Eastern Standard Time. If you have questions on marketing or business or whatever, you let us know in the comments. Wherever you find folk are seeing this, I am Brent Kobayashi, still the president of Kobayashi Zeitguys, a marketing agency here in Toronto, Canada. And with me is Mr. Arthur Tutt, a marketing specialist at the KZ.
And if you're excited for all the amazing things that are going to happen in 2021, now that we're past 2020, make sure you like, subscribe, notify, and never miss a show.
Okay. All right. So today, let's do this. We're going to explore some interesting things going on in the marketing's world that we've found and we thought we need to bring to you.
Important stuff. Sorry, quick note. Patricia says, I missed your high vibes.
Thank you, Patricia. I missed them too. Like literally up until now, you should just like, nothing happening. And then, yeah, boom. Thank you.
The morning just isn't complete unless you get a good Brent screaming.
Yeah, I don't know what I've been doing. What the fuck have I been doing? Sorry. I haven't been screaming enough. I've been howling a little bit. Straight up, honestly, I've been howling into the void, but I haven't been screaming in joy. So that was my scream in joy. Whatever, I was screaming something. All right, so
just let it out. So back to business.
Yes, let's do the business.
So we've got a few different things to cover today, but the first thing we want to talk about is Google Maps. One of our favorites, Google Maps GMB, is introducing its own news feed, which some people think is going up to compete against Facebook, so that posts from your business will basically end up in a feed that you can scroll through. Now, this is good if you post a lot of content to your Google business profile. It means there's more opportunity for you to come up and be discovered as somebody's searching.
Right. Okay, so that's this thing right here. So Google Maps takes on Facebook with launch of its news feed. So this came out in December, So talking a little bit about stories everywhere. Everybody's doing stories. LinkedIn's doing stories. And then just bringing this into the Google Maps world. Now, I don't know. What's your take on this?
So as somebody who enjoys promoting small businesses, I think it's a great idea. It's an opportunity I see it as an opportunity to put up more content. That could be a little bit more just kind of, hey, here's what's going on at the restaurant. We just, we made this dish, which has an egg on top of it. Little bit more, I want to say a little bit more looser, a little bit less structured, perhaps a little bit more just kind of like, hey, here's a thing that's happening, and allows somebody to just come across it.
Yeah. So
especially things that look delicious.
So, of course, first of all, really good timing on this, by the way. I've been talking with this to a number of our small business owners when I'm like, advertise, get out there right now, especially if you're a brick and mortar local business. The local sentimentality is through the roof. People are consistently saying, shop local, shop local, shop. Yes, Amazon was convenient. But now as we get into the new year and this is continuing and all that stuff, we want to have our local businesses be around. We're seeing a lot of value in that. So this brings that to the Maps platform. a way of a little bit more interaction, a little bit less yellow pages, and a little bit more content information. I think of it almost as trying to position maps um, uh, in a way, leveraging their particular strength of, if I'm searching for something local, I'm not going to Facebook to search for local. I might go to Facebook to ask for recommendations because I have a social network there, but I'm not going to Facebook to say, what's the local coffee shop? People just aren't doing that. Facebook has not been able to crack search whatsoever. Google is still the king there. So if you're doing that local thing and you're starting to engage there, now Google introducing that these verified businesses, verified accounts can now publish content in a way that hopefully will, the ones that are successful in the algorithm, I'm sure is going to take care of part of this, will bring some sort of value to the person that's doing maps, more than just where's the local area and what are the reviews that they've got, right? So first off, I mean, if you're a local small business, you just got to do it, right? Whether or not it's good or not, you need to find that out for yourself. And the thing is, anything that we talk about here could be, nah, it's not really that great right now. That's a total blanket statement. It might be great in North Dakota, this particular precinct, or whatever you want to call it. This subsection of this subsection, it might be being used. So you've got to play with these things. When you think about all of the tactics, like, who knows? Maybe Twitter is amazing in Kamloops for discovery. Who knows? Like, so these sorts of things, or your particular niche. So all of these platforms you got to play with. So if you're a local small business, you got to jump on this and start playing with this right away. Just to learn it. Yeah. So that's my take on that. I don't know. Do you have any? I mean, you just like it. You like to do all the things.
Yeah, just jump in feet first.
Yeah.
And just start posting. Does it talk in the article? Because I know in the Google profile, there's a post feature, which is kind of like a blog post feature. Let's say a business owner wants to get their stuff in the news feed. Yeah. Does the article detail exactly how they go about doing it?
Yeah. So it does talk about the posts from businesses. So with your Google My Business, you can post to your business page in general. It's also pulling in featured content by Google users you follow. So you can follow people now in Google.
And like you can follow businesses.
Yes, you can follow businesses. And it also does recent reviews from Google's local guides, right? So Google really, and a lot of us have seen it. If you're on Google Maps, they'll say, hey, you were just there. What do you think of it? And they have badges and point systems and all that kind of stuff to sort of encourage. Talking about numbers and what works in our head, who cares if I get points for a certain thing? But we all like to play games of Tetris, right? We all like to move things around. It's the way our mind works. We like to sift and organize information. And so, Google has a whole system by which they're encouraging people to engage with reviews and all that stuff. So that's some of the stuff that is in there. It also says in the article that select publishers can participate. So in community. So in other words, stuff in Google News can also make it in there. So that's probably a whole. I haven't looked into this deeply, but that's probably a whole. Another tactic. If you're a local business, get written up with a news organization, a local paper, and hopefully you'll get into Google News feed that way, and then get visibility in this Google Maps area. So sometimes people think when they do stuff like work with a local newspaper chain like Beach Metro News over here in the beaches, that it's just about that one article, and I didn't get anything about it. But everything, all marketing right now is so interrelated. Like that's the article that appears in that newspaper for that particular audience, but it's also a potential SEO link. It's also now potential content that works for Google My Business and local SEO. It's also a potential content that might bring into you visibility in Google Maps. It's also maybe something that you can socially share if the article seems relevant to your social audience, maybe even boost it as well. So you might want to see if you can give a little bit of branding awareness because you got featured or whatever the positive stuff is that's being said there, the story that's being told. So there's everything connects to everything. It always has, but it's like to the nth degree now.
All interrelated.
Yes, we're all related. So that's Google Maps.
To change gears a little bit here,
Yeah.
let's talk about, well, still about small businesses, but the amount businesses can now get from the CEBA
Right.
has
No idea
changed,
what that stands for. Yeah. I can't remember.
has changed from 40,000 to 60,000. So if you've already applied, you can be eligible for a 20K expansion. So Brent, would there be any reason eligible businesses should not take the additional COVID loan?
Right. So this is the Canadian Emergency Business Account. So let's shove money into this into the economy so that, you know, we don't slow down, right? So we aren't contracting and it's not as painful as in many cases it feels. So first of all, every business person out there needs to talk with their accountant or somebody, an accountant, and say, what do I qualify for? Because I'm seeing many not actually take advantage of the thing that's supposed to smooth the way forward. Like literally, that's what governments are there for, is like, oh my gosh, this is a calamity. We don't want it to hurt as much, because if it hurts too much, then we all go into contraction and it all starts to spiral in the wrong direction. And then it gets even harder to get past whatever it is that we're in the middle of. So I've actually spoken with people who says, oh yeah, I could get that, but I'm not going to. I'm like, what? And it's like, well, what would you do with it? Well, I would do this, I would promote, I would do whatever it happens with. Well, get it, grow, get the money moving around again. Because that's what really, 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 really supports. And so, yeah, my answer is get it. Now, the initial 40K was just 40K business loan. If your business qualified at certain revenues above or below and whatever it was and had been around long enough or whatever it is, you got it. The 20K now had the stipulation, which I think I agree with. I'm not 100% sure I agree with. I don't know quite what's being, I think they're trying to not put too much juice into the economy at the moment. But it had the stipulation that, you know, your business had a few things. Like there's three things, like that you were experiencing hardship, you had tried to cut costs as much as possible, that your revenues were down, or somehow something wasn't quite right. So there's a few criteria. You want to look at that and make sure that you're good with it. And have a good solid reason to say, this is why.
Okay, so the criteria have changed a little bit from the first time around?
For the 20K, for the one that they introduced in December. Now, as well, everything else, CERB, SUS, rent relief, all that kind of stuff, it's all changing. So if you're not in regular contact, or if you don't have an accountant that is regularly checking these things out, or a CFO or a control or some sort of fiscal financial thing, or you doing it yourself, I'd recommend you get somebody who's supporting a bunch of people, because then they're not doing all, like they're really able to dig a little bit deeper. Then you got to get that person. That person is on your side right now. I've seen people give up and not do the wage subsidies. I've seen it's just you need to outsource it so you can focus on your business, is what I'd recommend, and then figure this out. But the answer is, yeah, if your business is impacted, then not even if your business is impacted. If your business is doing well, get more money and market. This is a great time to market.
Do even weller.
Yes. Well, that's what we need. We need some growth. That's the whole point. That's all this stuff that we're talking about. It's all belief systems. Do I believe things are going to be bad, so therefore I have to pull back? Or do I believe things are going to be bad, so therefore I have to move forward and grow? So you've heard it from me in the past year. I was like, I believe things are going to get worse. So we need to grow, right? So we need to have options and open up possibility and all that type of stuff. I've looked at people, I've actually talked with many people who are like, yeah, things are going better this year, right? I have e-commerce, I have this, and I have retail or whatever it is, but I don't think I should spend any money or do any marketing because I'm worried. I'm like, no, this is a perfect time. Like if it were like really difficult to get out in front of people or not, people weren't interested in what you're talking about and you weren't going to be successful, I get it. Like you don't throw money away, but if you've got an opportunity now, and so many businesses do, grow, do it, pull back later. Like in 6 months, oh, this isn't working anymore. Okay, great, pull back. Not a problem. Don't, in fact, the times that usually it makes sense to not put a lot of money in is when everything's really busy and the competition is high and all that type of stuff. Right now, I would say that the online world, the competition for attention is low. There's
Overall,
so much,
yeah.
and the sentiment and the desire for you and your product is high. You just got to tell your story. All right, that's SIBA. So the answer is yeah.
SIBA.
But of course, look into it and talk with your fiscal professionals. If you don't have them, you got to get them.
The moral of the story is get your accountant.
Yes, you've got to have accountant.
AKA Batman.
What?
Saves the day.
Oh, okay. Is Batman's thing save the day?
I don't know. He saves Gotham's day.
All right.
Get this thing back on track. All right.
Yeah.
Just switching gears one more time here. Let's have a little bit of fun here. We got an ad that we came across. So we're gonna do a little reaction video.
Yes. Okay. So something I'm not sure if you've known about him. It's the first time we've seen him. He's not
Pretty
really
obscure.
that famous. Kind of obscure guy. Okay, let's go. Let's go take a look at this. There's me checking out SIBA. There's a thing. All right, here we go. This guy. You know this guy?
No, who's that?
All right, who's that? All right.
Hey there, it's Ryan Reynolds. Every holiday,
Oh,
wireless
Ryan.
companies spend billions on promo commercials. But at Mint, we find innovative ways to do things, like partnering with Cameo.
Hi, this cameo is for America from a little girl named Mint Mobile. Mobile is a good name, like Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, this is good.
Anyway, this is Gary Busey, and you can get 3 months of free service with any plan, even unlimited. And that is a great promotion. I got promoted once, and that was a good day.
Yep, that's Gary Busey.
Legend. Absolute legend.
All right.
And we get a
Hey there, it's
cut
Ryan.
for showing that ad, right?
I don't know. We probably get in trouble for showing that ad. I don't know. Okay. So, Arthur, what's your take on this?
My initial thought is almost in a way it like redefines what being innovative is, because I think when people are like, all right, you got to do something innovative, it's usually like we got to do something crazy, something that like nobody's ever thought of before. But if you really look at this, it's very simple, right?
Yeah.
Like the setting is very simple. He's just there in front of a fire. It's like relaxed. It's easy. Shows up a phone. I mean, obviously there's some big names in this. Not that we've heard of them before, but there's some big names here. But they've really, they've made it simple, yet interesting and engaging.
Yeah. Okay. Agreed. So, first of all, Ryan Reynolds, seems to be able to do no wrong. Like he's really been able to take, let's put it this way. When you're a celebrity, a common thing is to be get hired to be a spokesperson for whatever, right? And for him, it actually seems to have transcended that to this is my business that I am. And I have no idea what his relationship with Mint Mobile is. Maybe it is just a sponsorship gig, but it doesn't. I think even at the beginning here, what does he say? Hi, I'm Ryan.
Reynolds. Every holiday, wireless companies spend billions on promo commercials. But at Mint, we find innovative ways to do things.
See? We find innovative ways to do things. Mint is him. Mint is connected to him. And so he's got this platform. And I'm showing this on YouTube because, I don't know, maybe they do TV or whatever, but this is the platform to show this type of thing on. Normally, you would never see this on online. Everybody's not surprised by it right now, but it's got to be said that TV is still a major advertising venue, and it belongs here. And the concept here from a branding perspective is you start with Mint and Mint Mobile. The whole concept of Mint Mobile is we don't spend billions like the other people on advertising and all this kind of stuff. We just give you discounts. We give you a great service and it's cheap. And so take that brand initial straight up foundation. This is our positioning. And now you start doing stuff like Ryan, he's got a bunch of other Mint ones. You got to check them out. And it's all about this stuff doesn't cost money. So now, just to give you an idea of what's really going on here, cameo.com is a place that you can go and you can buy for $100, $200, a message from a celebrity, a personal message from a celebrity to somebody else. So I could go on there, Arthur, whoever you like. I was looking at it this morning, Paula Abdul. Right? You like Paula Abdul, and I can get Paula Abdul to say, hey, Arthur, happy birthday. So what they're doing here, and I know that's more than this because it's a partnerships thingy, but what they're doing here, and they might not even be paying any money at all for this. So you can use, by the way, Cameo for business purposes, and it's like $1,000 or more, depending on what you want. So I could have Ryan Reynolds come on and say, hey, everybody, you should buy websites and marketing from Kobayashi Zeitguys. And you get to use it for 30 days or 90 days or whatever the deal is, and you pay a certain amount of money, and the person records the video, and in a way you've got it. On a personal message, happy birthday and all that kind of stuff, then it's cheaper, right? So it's a way of connecting celebrities with fans type thing. And so the gag here, or the gig here is there's this girl named Mint Mobile, and he's getting Gary Busey for presumably a few $100 to promote Mint Mobile, because that's how cheap we are. We don't spend billions. So on point. And then everybody gets to start talking about this. So that's the thing with Ryan, with his Aviator Gin, when he jumped on the Peloton Peloton wife who was like getting the Peloton. We should probably show that at some point. But all the stuff he's doing is very guerrilla marketing. It's very on-point brand. And he's just like, as you said, simple, low cost. We're not going to do the massive commercial, but we're going to make you talk about it.
Yeah. And I think what's really fascinating here, have you gone down and like looked at the comments below this?
No.
Basically, everybody's talking about like, I normally hate advertising, but whenever Ryan Reynolds come on, like I watch it all the way through. And so basically everybody like enjoys this. And this is something I've always felt about advertising is like, why does advertising have to be like a painful thing where people like turn off the TV, look at their phone, go somewhere else? I've always thought like, couldn't it be like interesting, fun, enjoyable? Like, couldn't it be a positive experience? And looking at these comments, it's like, yeah, people genuinely enjoy actually watching it.
Literally, this isn't an ad. Literally, this is a YouTube video. It's not coming up in my feed. It's not saying, it's not a pre-roll ad. It's none of that. It is a post by Ryan Reynolds. And he gets people to subscribe. I'll subscribe to him because I always watch his stuff when it comes up on YouTube. He gets people to subscribe, and now he gets to post a video like this. Obviously, it costs money to create the video, and they've got some sort of partnership with Cameo. My guess, the partnership with Cameo is a give-give. No money going either which way, because I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, I want to use Cameo for my advertising. I want to use Cameo to do stuff, right? From a business perspective, and also anybody who wants it from a fan perspective, like, yeah, sure, I'll spend $100 to send a birthday message from this person that my friend loves. Like, that's a really cool present, unique. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cameo is like, yes, you can use this, use it forever. Obviously, Gary Busey probably got some cash because he's the celebrity in question. More cash than you would normally do through Cameo. So Cameo, I guess, pays the celebrities to sit there and record some videos. It's probably a really high dollar per hour. 1 minute video is worth a couple $100, and you can just bang out a whole bunch. Worth a couple $100 and gets you connected closer to your fans, which then supports your career. And maybe it's just a lot of fun for people, you know, because quite frankly, when you're famous like you and I, it's fun to connect with people.
I was going to say, is there anything like stopping anybody from setting up a Cameo?
I think yes. Cameo does not allow us to be Cameo people.
I'm offended.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. So cameo.com. So I don't know how you apply to be on Cameo. That would be fun. Right? So here you go. Here's Cameo. Chris Sullivan. I was watching him recently. Paul Abdul, Ice-T. All sorts of, yes, Game of Thrones people from The Office. Right? So really pretty cool. So, you know, yeah. So the biggest thing with this one is on brand and cheap. Like my mind right now is thinking, how do I use Cameo? How do I use personalized Cameo, because it's cheaper, for business? Like, dude.
Can you get some prices here? Oh, yeah, we can get Shelley Regner for $30.
Yeah, they have $60, $40. Right? So let's put it this way. You know how sometimes you want to send your clients
personalized Christmas
a gift?
cards?
Personalized Christmas cards, or even send them a video or something like that. If you know, like I had one client, this was ages ago. Now, probably would be an expensive Cameo if it's even available, but ages ago, this is an IT tech computer client, but the office administrator was so into Tom Cruise. So into Tom Cruise. With one Cameo, our relationship would be solid for the rest of our freaking lives. You know? So, yeah, there's a lot of business uses, even if you're not using it for a marketing advertising thing and you're not paying $1,000 or $2,000. But from a marketing advertising thing, you know, it's probably reasonably cheap, because these are people that know how to do communications and all that kind of stuff, and they've got some sort of notoriety. Even if you can only use it for 30 to 60 days, I think it's a brilliant content piece. I don't know. You got to think about this one. This one is something I feel like we got to put into action.
Yep. So Patricia's asking, where do I buy those messages from celebrities? Patricia, it is cameo.com.
Yeah. cameo.com. Yeah. All right. So how do I stop sharing? I think I've stopped sharing. Have I stopped sharing? I've stopped sharing.
You've stopped sharing.
Yeah. And there's an app. So cameo.com, there's also, you can look for Cameo in the app stores, wherever the app stores are. I think it's probably both on Android and Apple. Okay. Wow. Oh, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I'm really glad we did this, Arthur. I was close to not.
Back in the saddle?
I know. Very much feeling back in the saddle. Very much feeling back in the saddle. Let's.
Also, I am blown away by how many people are here watching this right now.
Which is 2, 3, 5?
No, it's like 5 people here.
Hey, everybody. Nina.
We got Patricia. We got Nina. We got David. We got Richard.
That is so good. That is so awesome. Just so cool to have you here.
It's like we got the band back together.
I will say, Arthur, and I don't know if you're doing it. I was doing so good for so long. Like I was a pig in the mud. And I will say that recently I'm getting a little tired. I was actually thinking about it. I was like, you know what? And this is helping a lot. But I don't think we can underestimate. Like, I think this is Bell Let's Talk Mental Health Month type thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody out there, just take care of yourself.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. There's an underlying current. Even when I was feeling good and we were really pushing hard, there's still an underlying current that is pulling me in different directions, which I don't think I've fully realized until recently. So,
yeah. Good to take a break and catch up on sleep and stuff, and make sure you get that water.
Yeah, water, catch up on sleep. Yeah, that's true. I'm going back to basics. Like drink water in the morning, not go right for the coffee right away. That kind of stuff.
Go for a nice walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah. Connect with people, all that type of thing. Like we did today, connect with people. All right. I think that's our show.
It's a wrap.
We're wrapping.
You've tuned in to COVID Marketing with Brent Kobayashi and Arthur Tutt. The show to support small business not just to survive, but to thrive.
Wow. Thank you so much for every single one of you that joined us today to talk about the cool stuff from the marketing world. I've lost my words again. Happens sometimes. So next week, I'm actually tasking every single one of you. Think of a marketing question. Think of a business question. Think of a question. It doesn't actually have to be any of those, because next week we want to do a Q&A show. So we're starting off 2021, whatever it is. How are you going to tackle 2021? What's your mindset? What's your morning routine? I don't care what it is.
Should we do a Ask Me Anything?
An AMA, an Ask Me Anything. Absolutely. So, but no, ask the questions ahead of time so we can line it up. AMA is right at the moment. No, we're not doing a Reddit AMA, but we are doing a Q&A. So in the comments right now, if you're watching this right now, I want you to stop, think, do I have a question? I have a question? Great, I'm going to ask it. And it could be anything. It could be personal, it could be business, it could be anything. And we will answer it. We'll answer any. There we go. Arthur, laying us down now. We'll answer anything. Oh, I don't know. I'll answer anything. Arthur, I don't know if you're ready to answer. I'm not going to make you answer anything.
No shame.
Yeah, no shame whatsoever. You want to know what the never mind. I'm not going to give you ideas. It has to be like center yourself, close your mind, just whatever first pops into your mind and you want to ask. All right. Thanks very, very much for watching.
And David says high five to Morgan as well.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. What's up, Chantel?